Hi, welcome to another filmmaking tutorial. My name is Tom Antos, and today I'm going to show you guys how you can basically build your own professional dolly, a camera dolly that can produce shots like these.
Picked her up for the first date. Don't wanna jinx it, but so far it's going really great. Get to the movie, romantic comedy. My stomach rumbles and my dinner starts to haunt me. There is no hiding this fart is coming out. The best thing I can do is see if I can squeak it out.
All these examples were filmed from my own homemade dolly that you can see me using here. It's a simple design that I came up with based on this professional doorway dolly, which we often use in various film and music video productions. Here you can see it's fitted with regular wheels that work great on smooth floors that you can find in most film stages, like the one you see here. These can also be easily converted or replaced with wheels that fit on a dolly truck. This dolly also has a handle that allows you to rotate the wheels. It's an overall great dolly, although some of the things I don't like about it is the weight and the size of it. First of all, this dolly is heavy, and I mean, it's so heavy that you really do need someone to help you move it around. Another thing is the size. It has removable side panels that make it a bit smaller, but still I found that it doesn't always fit in all the doorways, as the name would suggest. Not to mention it's hard to fit into a regular car when you need to just transport it to your location and you don't have a production truck. Also on top of that, it's expensive. If you can afford to rent it or buy it for your production, then great. But unfortunately, I know a lot of filmmakers out there don't have that kind of money to spend on just a dolly. So that's why I'm going to show you guys how you can build your own professional dolly that costs you from as cheap even as $120. Or give and take, depends on where you live and how much you pay for the materials. So here's a regular dolly that you can get at most hardware stores. It's like a moving dolly. I'm showing you this so you know what not to do when trying to build a camera dolly. This is actually my first attempt. I thought I would save myself some money by buying a ready dolly for $40, I think it cost, and then converting the top so it fits my tripod. Unfortunately, the problem with this dolly is that the wheels wobble a little bit. It's too small to fit both the camera and the camera operator. And also it only works on smooth floors. The second you take this dolly like outside, for example, and use it on a regular sidewalk or asphalt, it shakes so much that your shots are pretty much useless. So here's what I did next. I made a dolly platform from some pieces of wood that I nailed together and I painted black. Or you can just buy a piece of plywood for $10. I made mine 4 feet long by 2.5 feet wide, and to that I attached 16 skateboard wheels. These you can buy ready online for around $150, maybe $200 for a set of 4. Each set has 4 wheels that rotate. Now, if you want to save yourself some money, then you can make it for about $50. Basically, you buy regular skateboard wheels and attach them to a metal corner so they're 90 degrees to each other. If you want to save even more money, then you can buy just 8 wheels, so you have 2 at each corner, and attach those to one long metal corner like I did here. It also works, but I just noticed that if you want to be able to hold up the weight of both the camera and the camera operator, and maybe, for example, let's say you want to have somebody ride along with you to pull the focus, then it's best to install 16 wheels. It's just more stable, it kind of holds up the weight better. Also, if you make them rotatable like these ones, then the dolly will work great even if your truck is not perfectly straight, or if you use the dolly on a curved truck, for example. But again, that's all up to you. Like I said, you can do it for $50, but if you want to save yourself all the work and hassle, then for another $100 you can buy great dolly wheels that are basically pre-made. You can get them from various online stores, and you can find them on eBay. And then all you really have to do is to just attach them to your dolly platform, just using a few screws. After that, I bought a $25 adjustable seat that's used in the car garages. It comes with wheels on the bottom, which I removed, and in place of those, I put in a few screws and attached that to the platform. Again, this seat is not a necessity. Your dolly will work fine without it. But if you want to be able to sit comfortably while you operate the camera, then it's great to have it. You can also install any other chair pretty much that will fit on the dolly. I like this particular one because you can adjust its height fairly easily. Next thing that you need to make your dolly work are the trucks. I made mine from plastic PVC pipe that is about 1.5 inch thick. I found anywhere from 1 to 2 inches in diameter works. Most hardware and construction stores will have them. They're about $10 for 6 feet. But since you need 2 of those, it's about $20 for 6 feet of truck. If you need a longer truck, just buy more like I did. To join them, simply put inside a smaller PVC pipe, glue that to one side, and on the other side that sticks out, just rough it up a bit with a knife or sanding paper, so it doesn't go in or out as easily. Then insert that into another PVC pipe, and there you have a longer truck. Another thing that's good to have when you want to set up the trucks on an uneven terrain are track supports, sort of like what you can find on any train tracks. I made mine from scrap pieces of wood, and on each side I attached 2 small pieces of wood. You can also just put in a nail that sticks out a little bit. Basically something to create a small groove for the PVC pipes to rest in. This just helps keeps the truck together when you're working on a bumpy ground. If you're shooting on a relatively straight terrain, like most streets, sidewalks, or indoors, then you don't really need that. Just the PVC pipes alone will work. You'll also need to buy a piece of wood about 5 feet long, or you can use plastic tube like I did. At one end, just use some tape to make this type T-shape kind of a handle, and on the other end, drill a small hole, just big enough for a screw to go in. You will use this to attach it basically to your dolly platform. Just put the screw in and kind of swivels. This works great basically as a handle, so you can have someone push or pull you while you sit on the dolly and operate the camera. It's real comfortable, and really the only way to make sure you have complete pan tilt and focus control over your camera while moving at the same time. Many times I see people build a camera dolly that supports only the camera and won't really allow the operator to ride along with it. That, in my opinion, is very limited. Usually I find the only way to get good shots is if you can basically ride along with the camera and have someone else push you. The last thing I did is I installed this little metal hook. It cost about $5 in the middle of the platform. This I used to basically help secure the camera tripod to the dolly by stretching 2 rubber cords around the tripod head and then hooking it up to the platform using the metal hook. It just helps keeps the tripod from wobbling and moving around while the dolly is moving back and forth. Well, here it is. Here's how the finished dolly works. In my opinion, a dolly is a great way to add some production value to your shots, and also it's a necessity pretty much when you're making a film. I will actually make a tutorial in the future that talks about all the different camera moves you can perform with a dolly, such as this, and how they can not only visually but also emotionally impact your film. The meaning behind them and the most common use for camera movement. So subscribe, stay tuned for that, and I'll see you later.